Questions?
How have the guys bounced back the last 2 days of practice?
Thought they practiced hard. Got a lot to improve on. Got a lot to prove to a lot of people.
So he was spirited there at the end of practice. Things kind of got loud.
Yeah, there's an urgency about it now. I mean, you play for wins and losses. We ain't just going out there just to play. So you got to take it serious. Every rep counts.
The South Carolina rushing game presents problems for a lot of people this year. It's going to
Yep.
present problems for everybody. What's the remedy in terms of trying to at least neutralize them a little bit?
Well, we got to win up front. You got to do a better job of controlling our gaps. Got to do a great job tackling. I mean, Harris is a dang good back. Those other kids are good too now. I mean, those other kids had big nights the other night without him. So, I mean, there's a reason they're playing in the SEC.
Where are you at kind of going that with the South Carolina quarterback situation? Do you prepare for both guys, or how are you just kind of handle that?
We'll be ready for whoever they put out there.
I imagine it's a pretty big game for Rajay. I mean, just growing up as a South Carolina kid, do you have to talk to him at all, or do you just kind of let him go in a game like this?
Nah, he knows the deal. I mean, he exactly knows the deal. I think that's the great thing about games like this. You know.
So what's your game plan to get him more involved?
Well, I mean, he's one of our starting tailbacks. So, you know, we plan to give him the ball. You know, I think he had 13 touches the other night. Yeah, we want to get him more than that. But
Can you give us a little bit of a review of how things went today?
physical, good effort, competitive.
What is the guys' mentality going into finishing up this practice and going into the game Saturday?
Well, it's 12 o'clock kickoff, so, you know, the heavy lifting is done. I mean, we got to have a sharp practice tomorrow, and then they got to do a good job taking care of their bodies. You know, we haven't went quite as long, you know, the last couple of afternoons, you know, a period or so shorter. But they've got to do a great job taking care of their bodies, you know, make sure they do a good job of their nutrition and hydration, get a good night's sleep, because 12 o'clock is going to come quick. So, you know, the mental preparation for the kind of game we got to play is important, and then, you know, physically getting our bodies ready to go, because we're going to have to play like our freaking hair's on fire.
What would you rather play, a 12 noon game or a 7 p.m.?
They don't really care what I think. You know, they pick whatever. I'd rather play a little bit later in the afternoon like the rest of our fan base, but they don't ask us. So,
Right.
When you look at playing App State and if they play the kind of an overmatched team in Eastern Illinois, does that help hurt anybody? I mean, what are your thoughts on that transition for either team?
you know, schedule's a schedule. You play who's next. You know, there's no point in even debating it, because, you know, we didn't get a say in it. I mean, it's this schedule and next year's schedule, and the year after that, we're all set by the previous administration. So, you know, we play the games that are scheduled to play.
Coach, can you touch on the importance of your home opener and what that means to you guys?
Well, just to have fans back in the stands, you know, I just think it's going to be so special, you know, especially with, you know, having a large crowd here for the home opener after nobody being here last year virtually for the whole year. You know, it's like I said before, it's one of the things I remember from when we came down here when I was the coach at my previous school. It's one of the things I remember just, you know, when I was growing up in this state. And it's what, you know, so many of these kids, they came here because of the great game day atmosphere and you know, our enthusiastic fan base. So it's very important to all of us.
Coach Beamer had a lot of nice things to say about where you've taken the program yesterday. What is facing a coach that's kind of new to a new school? What kind of problems does that pose for you guys, not having a ton of tape on what he likes to do, I guess? Well,
you know, we know his staff pretty decent. I've never met Shane, but I knew his dad or know his dad, and you know, it's you know, he comes from a good football family, and you know, South Carolina's it's a job I think that's got a ton of potential. So, you know, I think it's they're excited to have him there, but you know, we've just kind of went off what we know about the guys that are, you know, there on his staff. They're, you know, calling everything. So.
Because we haven't seen Camber in a while. What's his status for now?
He's out medically. So.
Can you talk about the sense of urgency here? I know you don't want to go down too low to begin with here to start the season. In an effort to try to get this thing cooking, talk about the sense of urgency, just trying to get a W on the board.
I mean, we try to win every week now. That's it. So had a challenging time in the opener. Played a very good team. Did a lot of good things. That game's behind us. Got a good team coming in here Saturday. Kids are going to play hard. You play the game to win. So that's the deal. It doesn't matter what game it is.